The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Let the postseason begin. We're underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. He's going to field this at the 2. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back-to-back carries here. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it about 70 yards on that run. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Let's go now.
Pass play coming here. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Handoff on 2nd and short. Into the 2nd level past the 30. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Mevis ready to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out. So they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Right to the air, Burrow. It's caught. This is Tajay Spears. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll run here with Tajay Spears. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Play action now. Burrow buys time, rolling right. He takes it himself.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now the shotgun give to Spears. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball.
Here we go.
But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Stop.
First down, and they go right back to him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Stop.
First down, Burrow to throw. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. The drive picks up here, first and 10. Working inside the red zone. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Stop.
Shotgun handoff now for Spears. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Stop.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Tennessee. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Back to the well again. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off with later in the game.
From the 37. Thrash hauls it in. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. And the Titans opting for a 50B, a nickel set, 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun now on 3rd down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And he makes the Huffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant it. Just into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Neither side separating much so far. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
another carry for him. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got time here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll run here on first down. Nice run across the 15. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. Working quickly here. Going to the ground again on first. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They give it to him again. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Browns can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Mevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns tie things up at 14. Mevis ready to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
At their own 23-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Gun. Start.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Catch is made down the right sideline. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Spears trying this straight ahead. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Chris Abrams-Drain. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Burrow setting up the play action. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Back on the handoff. Jukes one defender. Reaches the 30. Dodges the tackle, and he's in. Touchdown. The Browns parlay the interception into points. Mevis now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. Mevis ready to send this one away. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. Oh, no, and it bounces out of their own end zone. That's going to be a safety.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Nashville. It's the Titans looking at 2nd and 1.
Let's get set.
They're going play action. He's got the ball on the sideline. Ooh, difficult play, small gain, but it counts. First down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
That'll be complete to Burks. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Titans will have a first down. They're set up at the 35 now.
Gun.
To throw again, it's Burrow. He's on the move. That's into the hands of Moore. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Escapes the pocket. He just throws this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Spears. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Chubb trying to run his way in. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Titans earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Extra point is up and good from slot. And the Titans tie this game at 21. To kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Offense to the line for second down. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. Good gain here across their own 15. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's get set.
It's a design boot. Bails out of the pocket quick. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Titans will have a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans take the lead right away in half number 2. DJ Moore, the touchdown. Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Titans break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he goes out of bounds, just short of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. He'll look to throw. Able to hit Palmer, complete. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Still going past the 40. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And that gives the Browns a 1st. They send the tight end in motion. 1st down from the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing now from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on the run. It's going to be 3rd and goal. They'll try him left side. And he's across. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns start the 2nd half with some needed points. Mevis with a point after. And the Browns tie us up 28-all. Mevis ready to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Okonkwo brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Spears running behind center. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
I'm fine, ready?
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Here we go, here we go. Back.
They run once more with Spears. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Caught near the pylon. And he'll be touched down after a big play. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Here we go. Stop.
Spears. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Stop.
They're going to stay on the ground with Spears. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a third-quarter lead. It's a Tajay Spears touchdown. Extra point is up and good from slot. And the Titans break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. They're out and set, first and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's second down. Looking to the air here. On the move, headed right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be third and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. Second down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Brought down on the play by Tavondre Sweat. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Dropping back to throw. Hits him on the in route. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. 1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's Browns football. Their season down to its final quarter if they can't erase this lead. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. From the red zone now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jarius Sneed with the INT.
On 1, ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Get set. Stop. Stop.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Got a man. Spears has it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass to far more than a modest gain.
Play action now. Burrow buying some time right. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Forced out to his right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Able to get it to Moore. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's 4th down.
12. Stop.
Trying for it with Burrow. He finds him beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And the huge conversion gets them a new set of downs.
Here we go.
To throw again, it's Burrow. That'll be complete to Burks. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Burrow setting up the play action. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans go up by 2 scores. 13 points in the 4th. Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Titans double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He gets caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. They'll try and throw it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
He put everything he... That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there?
And he's in for the touchdown. The Browns now within 1 score in the 4th. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that 1st down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
Mevis now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
On 2, ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
12, 12, 12. That.
A give to Spears, running right. The ball is loose. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
Now Spears. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go.
A handoff to Spears. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Titans leading by 7. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
12. Gun, gun. That.
Now a give to Spears, coming left. And he's brought down for a loss. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That's 5, it looks like, on the play, so now it's going to be 3rd and 8.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Well, still throwing, and this is intercepted! Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Browns have some new life in the 4th. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. The time is there, but the timeouts are not. So you've got to be smart. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack. I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Now to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Here we go, here we go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. Here's Slide to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Has this at the 6. And he'll be just shy of getting to at least the 20. Bit of a short return as he's out at the 19. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he has that 1st down before stopping the clock. Just under 30 seconds left to work with. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Running back sent in motion. Pass play on 1st and 10. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their 1st. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the 1st. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
And he can't get the 1st, but he does get out of bounds. Now they're up against it, 4th down.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. Their route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Titans take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So this winds up a win for